you see, as women, we have ovaries, and on the ovaries, something can grow there, and then that
Not
abscess.
just a baby.
Not a baby.
Oh, and it wasn't a baby there.
It wasn't. No, we don't want that yet.
Yeah.
So it was just like an abscess of just fluid that then grew so big that it bursted. Yeah, and when it then bursts, it's like blood and everything all over, and that's what causes then the severe pain. Yeah, so that's what happened, and I had to then get admitted, but I was fighting the doctors because it's like, I have plans. I can come back later, it's fine, but I need to go. Self-taught makeup artists, in most cases, are actually even better at their craft than educated.
Don't you go to exams and like...
This thing is all about talent.
Talent.
What school will do is to give you the theory behind it.
Okay.
It'll teach you about the muscles, face shapes, product theory, knowing what chemicals are in here, how they affect the skin. You know, it's more the theory behind the artistry. But it's art at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Anyone can be an artist. So school shouldn't be the limit, but it is great to have, especially now when you want to go internationally for that work. It is important to now have that international qualification for sure.
This was the first Miss Charm in South Africa.
It was the first Miss Charm where there's an actual competition. There's been 2 other Miss Charms before.
That were just selected.
But it was a selection process, yes.
So they went to represent South Africa.
Yes, they did.
Any international winnings from there?
Yeah, so the first representation was by Leanda Zuma. She ended up at top 6, which is
the out of 40
amazing.
As well.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely amazing.
It's
and last year was Mbali, and she ended up at top 20, which is also fantastic.
Like, it's a big bar.
Yeah, and now I'm set to continue on that standard of making sure that we place.
But the idea is to just keep it as light as possible. I'm not presenting, I'm not delivering anything, it's just a conversation. Like, as if the cameras are not there. Crazy.
That's why we've been meaning to have a meeting.
This actually takes me to the time when I said I wanted you to come before your Miss Mpumalanga, right?
Oh yeah, that was Miss MP.
Yes. How has it been though? Like, I know now you are international, now you are a different person, now you're not just speaking to any Londekile, you're speaking to the Miss Charm. How's it been, man? How's your days been? Crazy, right?
I feel like it's the best way to put it, because for one, I'm still adjusting to the fact that I have a title to my name. Like, it's not just any, regular type of thing. And it's also just been fulfilling, I won't lie, because I've worked for it.
You did. I mean, I had a conversation with a friend of mine, yes, Ulondi is just this, like, when you see her, you probably can imagine the kind of, or the amount of work that she inserts to make sure that isn't that as, like, the turnaround or the outlook is actually the way it's supposed to be. And I must say, kudos for that, man. Like, people don't see the work that you insert behind.
Yeah, that's the thing. The work is never really seen that much.
Yeah.
But I feel like for myself, I know how much I put in. The sleepless nights, the crashing out, because I was losing my mind at a point. But all of that was so worth it.
We're going to speak about that. And about your mental health journey as well, skin condition, like all of those
getting
things.
Deep, eh?
Yeah, no, it's deep. This is the luncheon.
Yeah, you're getting deep.
Hectic. But let's just go back. So you born in Mbombela. This is home for you.
Home. I grew up here my entire life.
Tell me about it. Talk to me through 5-year-old Londekile. I don't even know your middle name, Kabang.
You don't? It's actually a very common name. A common Zulu name.
Must I try?
Actually. Yeah. Give it a hint. Starts on L.
L?
Yeah. Very common name.
Zulu. L.
Yeah, I think it's Zulu.
Londekile.
That's my first name.
You have another name that starts with an L.
Luyanda.
Yes. That's actually, so it's L Nonyane.
Yes.
That's
L
amazing.
Nonyane.
I was thinking about, I was going to say Notando or something. That's
That's
very
my
common.
sister's name.
That's your
so
sister's
fair
name.
enough.
Yeah, well, I was close.
Yeah, you're close.
Me and your dad are gonna be good friends.
Yeah, I doubt it, but okay. Okay.
I'm kidding. Tell me about, walk me through like growing up, 2-year-old Londekile. What was it like? I know at some point you were at leadership roles from early ages of life. What was it like?
Sure, 2-year-old Londi was such a mommy's girl shame. Like wherever mommy went, I was there. And if she was not there, I was crying so that she can be there. So the fact that I'm now an independent woman is definitely a whole 180 switch from when I actually was still a child. And I was actually quite the... Thank you so much,
Putti.
And I was actually quite the tomboy.
Really?
I hated heels.
Girl, mommy's girl, tomboy.
Mommy's girl. I know, it's complicated. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, so I hated heels. Didn't want to see myself in a dress at all. But I was forced into it because my mom wasn't going to have
crazy.
it. And pretty much then got into Nelspruit Primary School.
And Krish was also around, yeah?
Oh yes, it's Krish.
Yeah.
Yes, Krish.
So you just Mbombela born, no?
Yeah, no, not been to anywhere else. Only went to another province later in life.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, Krish.
So been here. Krish was St. Peter's.
St. Peter's.
Yeah, St. Peter's, and I don't remember much from there. All I know is that I colored in, and that I got an award for cutting in a straight line.
She's a precision in corner, eh?
Yeah, Dali Kodale precision. That's all I remember from preschool, to be honest. And then Nelspruit Primary from grade 3. I did my first pageant there, actually.
In Nelspruit Primary?
In Nelspruit Primary. Yeah, it was like a Heritage Day in Miss Nelspruit Primary situation.
I know they like those things.
Yeah. So that was the first one. And I got first princess. And I think that's when I started warming up to the idea of maybe dresses look good, maybe it's not that bad, you know.
And it'll be probably in September because it's heritage and what.
Yeah, it was around that time.
And now the person that really grew up in Bombay, like what was it? And apparently majority of people here come from maybe Matsulu and what. Do you also have like homes? Like
no.
Kakoko, or is everything here?
Everything is here for me. Everything is here in Mbombela. Well, yeah, really everything is here, to be honest. Yeah, so this is my home, my everything, pretty much.
So Kakoko as well in Bombela.
But they've both unfortunately passed on. So
sorry about that.
Because of that, life is all here.
So you never go to Akoko anymore?
Not as much.
Not as much. Same.
Not
I mean,
as much.
Once those old women leave, it's just probably tricky to, because who are you going to? Like,
fair. It's fair.
So Ulondia Kula, Mbombela, Nelspruit, and then high school, also in Mbombela, right?
Yes.
Lowveld High? Right.
Yeah,
I did my homework, LA.
I see that. So Nelspruit Primary, that's when leadership started with being head girl at Nelspruit Primary and also playing hockey there. That's when my love for hockey really started. And then now fast forward high school, we at Lowveld High School from grade 8 until grade 12, being there. Did a whole bunch of stuff in high school, a lot of hockey. Ended up playing provincial hockey as well, which hockey was genuinely my first love. Pageantry sneaked its way in.
It came in secondary.
Place. It was secondary until it just stole my heart at a point.
So now no more hockey?
No more hockey, unfortunately.
Why?
I still miss it. Well, mainly because I got very sick and I couldn't play. Yeah, literally on the day of my final trials for provincial hockey, that time I was working all holiday to make sure that I make that A team. On the actual day, I then fall sick and get into hospital and need an operation same time.
What happened? Did you break a limb or something?
No, I just woke up and on my way to school, I feel pain in my stomach. And at first I'm like, it's fine.
Stomach. When was that? Primary school, high school?
This was high school in grade 11. In grade 11. Yeah, it's just randomly felt pain in my stomach. I was like, I'm fine. Okay, it got a bit worse. Went home and then I did the usual combo of cooked soda and vinegar, thinking that should help. Nope, it just kept getting worse. Ended up going to the hospital that morning.
And the same morning of your trials?
Same morning.
Shit.
Same morning. Get to the hospital. I'm still confused. I'm still looking at the time. I'm like, at 12, I need to be at Kiro for my trials. What are you guys doing? Like, you're wasting my time.
Like, did they say what was wrong? Like,
eventually, they told me that I have a ruptured cyst. I had no idea what that was. But basically, it's, you see, as women, we have ovaries, and on the ovaries, something can grow there, and then that
not
abscess.
Just a baby.
Not a baby.
Oh, it wasn't a baby there.
It wasn't a baby. No, we don't want that yet.
Yeah.
So it was just like an abscess of just fluid that then grew so big that it bursted. Yeah, and when it then bursts, it's like blood and everything all over, and that's what causes then the severe pain. Yeah, so that's what happened, and I had to then get admitted, but I was fighting the doctors because it's like, I have plans. I can come back later, it's fine, but I need to go. And that's really when mental health started to then take a toll on me, because I missed out on something that meant my entire life for me.
So you never went back to hockey after
that? I tried to, but wasn't able to successfully.
And the trying, it's still in high school or then post-high school?
It was still in high school, so from matric now. But I wasn't able to. And after matric, I did try, but my health was just fighting me.
And it wasn't just the cyst and what other things also came up?
So with cysts, what's hectic about them is that if you don't control them, they keep coming back.
How do you control cysts?
So unfortunately, you need to get on contraceptives. That's the only thing that can actually control it, which was so awkward for me because my parents now had to watch me take contraceptives, whereas it's for another reason. But yeah.
I mean,
so that's the only way you can control it. Other than that, they kept coming back until I had to have an operation to remove it. And it was only after that, when I was now on the contraceptives, that were able to control it beautifully.
And never hockey after that?
No.
Shame. But fine, you found something that you loved, which was pageantry.
I did.
Did it fill that gap though?
I think not fully, because I am such an adrenaline junkie. I love being physically active, and my body became so weak, that I didn't feel like myself. But the stage definitely brings another adrenaline rush that you can't compare it, really.
You can't. And I think maybe, I'm just saying this, but I'm treading carefully here. You know how women are never really satisfied? Do you think it possibly is that like something is missing? You just need that hockey ball and the hockey stick, and then you're going to be fully satisfied, you're going to be happy. Yeah, no, we must get you a hockey stick. I'm kidding.
Just a bit.
So now pageantry came. You've been a pageant queen since.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Like first runner-up, primary, second in high school. You also continued.
So how then I got into pageantry in high school was then so now I couldn't do hockey, but I needed something to make me feel alive. And I remembered that, no man, there is something that I actually love.
That thing with the dresses and
that thing with the, cute stuff. So I decided that I don't have training. I don't know what I'm doing, but let me go for it, and my passion will just sustain me. And I entered Miss Teen Bombela in 2019. And this was soon after recovering from surgery, actually.
That was still in grade 11?
Still in grade 11. Soon after that recovery, did that, and I won.
That Miss Teen Bombela?
Yes, I won Miss Teen Bombela, and that's then actually got me my first photo shoot opportunity.
I win.
And the photographer was also like, are you sure this is your first time? Because I was just such a natural. And that's when I found then my second love, which
is pageantry modeling.
Which is pageantry modeling, but is now my first, to be honest. It has really stole my heart.
So you get into that, their photographer, did they even tell you to pose, or you just...
So it was a matter of, at first they tell me how to pose, and then I just keep doing my thing, and then they tell me, wait, stop there, don't change. That was the vibe.
Who's that photographer? You still know them? We must give them a shout out because there's some phone names.
Yes,
still around.
I still shoot with him till this day. Heman Meyer.
Yeah.
He also doubles up as a dentist as well. Yeah, he is right here in West Acres. Amazing photographer. Been with him since 2019 to date. We still shoot and do amazing work together.
So he's like your in-house photographer. He's the person you always go to. For
He
shoots and
was
stuff.
first photographer and still one of my day ones for sure.
That's amazing. And it's very rare to like grow into a different thing and still maintain like relationships from the past.
For sure.
How much was that photography session? Do you remember? Oh, better you
It was sponsored.
It was a part of the Miss Bombela
It was
prizes?
one of the prizes, yes. Yeah, it was sponsored. So till this day, yeah, I'm not sure what his prices are because we just really love creating beautiful art pieces together. For us, it's really just coming together and being creative and creating beautiful art pieces. Yeah, it's not necessarily for commercial purposes. No.
I can actually imagine. So he's just been, you know how they say you cheat on your barber, cheat on your photographer. You never do that. Are you guilty? Guilty.
I wouldn't call it cheating.
What is it?
It's more like I value collaborations a lot. I love collaborations, and especially as a creative, not just as a model, but also as a makeup artist. The best way to actually have an outlet of that is through working with other creators.
Yeah.
And different people have a different eye for different things, you know. So it always is beautiful working with different creators. So I have worked with a couple of photographers around Nelspruit and around Johannesburg as well.
So after high school, you went to Johannesburg, just not to study. Like, what's your business in Johannesburg? Was it the modeling continuation?
So my main business in Johannesburg was to study. Yeah, so after high school...
Vids?
No, not the traditional.
Yeah.
No. So after high school, I took a gap year.
Was it part of the plan?
No. The gap year was because mentally I was in the gutters. I was not okay, and physically as well, it really just brought me down. I wasn't going to be able to cope to go to university. So I actually was accepted to UP for electrical engineering. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why.
What are the options?
At that point, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just thought that, okay, I got A's in high school, so let's do something smart.
Yeah.
You know? But I then decided that through that gap year, because it was COVID time, got introduced to makeup because all we could do is be on our phones, literally.
YouTube tutorials,
those are the vibes. And I fell in love with makeup, and I decided, okay, let's see if this can actually be an actual career. And so I went to a school called Face to Face Makeup and Beauty Academy, where I then studied for 2 years, makeup artistry.
That's in Joburg?
Yes, that's in Joburg. So that's how I got to Joburg. And while I was there, of course, I then got into the modeling scene as well through just collaborations, of course, through some photo shoots, and also had a TV feature on a show called 48 Hours on SABC 3.
Yeah, 48 Hours, I've never heard of that
show. So it's a show that takes young people who are in different careers. And for me, they were profiling me on prosthetics makeup. Because I was studying that.
I think I saw that circulate somewhere around. I think we have quite a few mutual friends, Boba Sitrana, Achille and them. I saw that on one of their stories and I was like, I remember. I think I remember that time. So that's where your makeup thingy was kind of taking.
That's when it really took off, and I decided to then now launch my business called Londekile Nonyane Beauty, where I offer makeup services, and it's going to develop into now offering makeup products as well.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So it's part of like your vision into. And I know it probably aligns now with Miss Charm because they probably advocate for beauty and stuff. We'll get into that. Asam Bisela Pogo mental health. You said something about mental health and how it was not the best of ones. You know how everybody just voluntarily diagnoses themselves. Like sometimes we misdiagnose ourselves. Do you like see a practitioner? What was the look about that time?
For me, it started mainly in 2020, early 2020. I didn't know what was going on with myself. I'm someone who loves to be around people, especially at home. I'm always with my family. I'm like the radio of the house. like I'm talking. But during that time, I just didn't want to see anyone. I just wanted to be in my room, all cuddled up in the darkness. I didn't want to do any of my work, which for me was a shocker because I was such an overachiever. But I didn't have any desire to do anything. And truly, I didn't even know what was wrong. I just thought, just leave me alone and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But my parents could notice that, there is a problem here. And they took me to therapy, which went terrible. I looked at the therapist and I said nothing to her the entire session because I was like, why am I here?
Do you understand the concept of therapy though? Then when was that? Grade 11, 12?
This is late grade 11, early grade 12. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand why I have to speak to someone because in my head I was fine. I just need you to leave me alone. That's all I need. So literally in that session, I kept quiet. She kept saying stuff, trying to even have me say my name, but I didn't say anything. I was very close off. She then referred me to a psychiatrist who then got me on medication because it was clearly quite severe. Through that, I then was introduced to therapy and I started softening up because they told me that, okay, you've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and I had no clue what that even meant and what that even looked like. And so I started doing research, and the more research I did, the more symptoms I checked off. And slowly but surely, I warmed up to the idea and things started getting a little bit better. But with COVID now happening and my physical health also just not going well, I was in and out of hospital. It didn't make it any easier. So it really took me a good 2 years to really get out of that state.
I mean, I think I've also had a stint in my life where I was like, I've never really had a one-on-one session with a professional and whatnot. But you probably can tell, like, I'm not in the mood to speak to people. I'm not in the mood to do this, and I just want my own time. And that probably is that transition phase between high school and like the real world, like life after matric.
It's a tough one.
It is. I think with me, I had a time where I really was just as in sing Jesus Christ.
Of course,
this is so funny.
All the way.
I mean, yes, but also I'm not really that much. I'm not a religious person for my other different perspectives on that. Okay. But ideally, like, I really just, plus it was COVID, right? I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to do anything, and I think I could tell that, you see, now something is not right. Do you think it's a common thing that we diagnose ourselves and we possibly like misdiagnose ourselves often because and we just, trying to find help, but we're not even getting to the gist of the help?
Yeah. No, definitely there is, because within our, like the way we just speak as young people, we do tend to like over dramatize some things.
Yeah, like,
you know? So someone could just be sad and they could say, oh my gosh, I'm so depressed. But I feel like the best way to put it is that only a professional can diagnose it. Yes, you can have the signs, but it can also just be seasonal. Sometimes people just in winter tend to just not feel their best, and that could also just be a seasonal thing. Sometimes you're just facing a situation that's happening in the moment, and after a week you're good. But if it's now prolonging, then that's when we now need to take a closer look at it. Because yes, misdiagnosing ourselves, it happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think it was stagnation in your life, or was it actually depression? Like, did the word stagnation come about somewhere around? Do you feel stuck?
I felt confused because I went from being this overachiever who's achieving all her goals, who is very active academically on the sports field, to now being confined to a bed. It was just a change that I couldn't cope with. Also now not being able to perform as great as I usually do academically as well. It really frustrated me. And not understanding how I'm not able to just use my body as best as I can. And also with females, knowing that now your female genital organs are, going through such, it does take a toll on you because you think of your future. That, okay, will I still be able to have children? how that now affects my life going forward. So in general, women who do suffer from such issues do tend to get depressed very easily because of that. And sometimes it's very subconscious that you don't quite think about it, but then it is the case. And for me, I would say it was depression mainly because of how long it prolonged. It was a whole 2 years. And even just a lot of the things that happened in that show that I wasn't thinking like my usual self. My thoughts were extremely clouded.
And I know that's probably the time in your life where you had that skin condition that you also mentioned and advocate very highly about.
Yeah, so that...
Talk me through that. Like, what was happening? What did they say is wrong?
It was basically an allergic reaction to the antidepressants I was on. Yeah, because with antidepressants, some people are lucky. They find ones that work for them first try and recovery is great. For me, it wasn't the case. It took months of trial and error, trying different ones. It made me sick and whatnot. And with that one, started off as just like a couple of spots just on my arm. Ignored it. It just kept spreading. And eventually it filled literally from my scalp to my toes. Was
it itchy?
Sure,
did it look like chicken pox? What is it?
It is genuinely just an allergic reaction that just came out through the skin. It was extremely itchy. It was hot. There was fluid that would come out as well. It was very uncomfortable. It wasn't comfortable being. If you carry on, okay. It wasn't comfortable being in front of people because I just felt like I didn't feel comfortable in my skin at all. So it was quite terrible and also very sensitive to the sun. So going out as well was quite a pain.
Now, Anyinto that usually comes in, I know this was probably the time where you were probably also navigating how your modeling career is looking like. What did it feel like? What was happening in your mind when you are having this mental condition and you're trying to treat that, but now Lendo Oza right? What was going on? What was happening in your mind?
It was terrible because I'm taking these pills to get better, and now they're causing something that's disrupting now the idea of beauty that I had. Because of course, then I thought beauty was clear skin. It was how I looked, and that how I looked got me a title. And now I look completely different, and I'm still wanting to continue in the pageant journey. So I definitely shut down for months until I then had an inner talk with myself that no matter how you look like or what version of yourself, you feeling beautiful is truly just a choice that you make for yourself to just accept yourself in however form that you look. And I really gravitated towards models with vitiligo, as much as it wasn't vitiligo, but seeing that it looked very similar seeing how confident they were and how successful they were being, it really then upped my confidence, as well as now the treatments were starting to get a lot better. Therapy was starting to get a lot better. I then entered Miss Teen Enhlanzeni, with the skin condition, and I was healing along the way and came up first princess with that.
And I remember I was MC that one.
You were MC, yes. Yes, you were.
And oftentimes when things are not really looking good and we're trying to, get somewhere with whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Do you think makeup was what? Did you use a lot of makeup then? What was your relationship with makeup then? Because
makeup became my therapy, additional to the traditional therapy that I was using. That's why makeup is such a thing that's close to my heart, because it helped me cope through a very dark time. It was basically a form of me expressing myself through it.
Now I'm imagining somebody else is probably going through that skin. What do they have a name for it? Because you said it's not vitiligo.
No, there's no name to it. It's just an allergic reaction. And no name to it.
So to somebody who's probably going through that, I know you probably Like, what was your social media looking like? People, did they reach out? Did you like have somebody you were also like walking through in a specific journey after or post their condition and the allergic reaction on yourself? Like, do you have anybody reach out to say, "Yes, this is this makeup"? Is it like what was the stance and your social stance at that time?
Social stance, I was hidden. I hid myself. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't post for a long time on social media because I was still trying to make sense of this new reality for me. So it was only after now I started feeling a bit more comfortable and accepting the situation. I think that was a big thing. Just accepting that, okay, this is what it is and it won't go away like tomorrow. It'll still take some time. And I then did make a post about it, sharing that, hey, this is what's happening right now. This is the skin condition I have. And funny how a lot of people are going through the same thing. Maybe not the exact same condition, but other skin conditions as well. And just me being confident about posting about it, it really did heal someone in a way that, we wouldn't even be able to imagine. And walking the journey, it really was with my family. They held my hand through it all. And the dermatologist I went to, I was fortunate enough to be able to go to a dermatologist who then was amazing. Really was amazing. Went beyond just being a dermatologist, but actually motivating me that keep on with your modeling journey. You will only just motivate even more.
So, masawaka luksuga lama sports and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel, okay, now this is Londi, I'm coming back? Like, what was the start?
Funny enough, it also was difficult.
When they go, it's difficult?
Yeah. I'll explain. Stay with me. Okay, so because thing is, I went from having clear skin, loved that, and now I have this rash, and I accepted that. I embraced it, and I was fine with it. That now, the fact that I'm now starting to look different, I couldn't then recognize myself all over again in the mirror because now I was used to these spots and I've embraced it. And so it was another journey of now another form of self-acceptance that, okay, now this is what you look like and this is now the journey that you're on. So it was pretty difficult as well. But it was also a sense of relief knowing that, okay, I'll actually be able to go back to my normal skin. Yeah.
And then I presume that was the birth of Nonyane Beauty.
Yeah.
Take me through that.
Yeah.
Is it even a registered company? Like
Yes. It is a registered company. So I started it in 2020, just freelancing, just like trying it out on my mom before I got any formal
Did she say yes, your mom? Or
she has no
because
yeah, they have no choice. Really.
So all of them were just because
they were guinea pigs, shame. And now they thank me because now I do a proper face off.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it then started, just doing it on myself, finding it very therapeutic, doing it on people around me. And then I went to school, and then that's when I then formalized it, made it a registered business, and continued to do makeup there, just personal clients, and then as well as working on a few productions as well in Johannesburg while I was that side.
I think I saw at some point you were doing like these things that we see on TV, makumikazi and all. What do they use for those things? Like
sure.
What do you is it like flour?
It's fake blood that's literally
tomato sauce.
No.
Well, that's what everybody thinks.
No, not tomato sauce. It's actually why is it running out of my mind right now? But there's food coloring involved, and it's actually 100% edible. So it's actually what's this thing? Why did it go away? It ran away. But if I remember the name, I'll let you know. But it's something edible that you mix with food coloring, and that's what you then use for the fake blood. And then for bruises and stuff like that, you can literally even use lipstick or eyeshadow for that, or like certain paints that we use. So yeah, you use a mixture of things. We use things like liquid latex. We use something called nose putty that's sort of like a clay. So it's like I'm back in preschool, but now I can get paid for it.
So you do that profession like that? That's one of your professions.
So I have an international qualification within makeup artistry and prosthetics.
So that means you can literally do anything to anyone and then they look like...
create a fictional character from scratch. And what I love about the school I went to is that they actually taught us how to make a character from the drawing to creating the prosthetics pieces to then now putting it on, coloring it and turning it into a character. So I know the entire process.
What do they use? Like, okay, yes, lama what, but not to create. I know.
Okay, so it starts off with the drawing. You first draw your wildest
Are you good? Are you good draw?
I had to learn.
But you say you are good now. Or as long as you just see it in your mind.
You will figure out that this is an eye. It might take 10 minutes, but you'll figure it out eventually. That's what matters. And so it starts off with the drawing, and then you use clay, literal clay, that you then mold into that character. Let's say you want to make wings that go from like cheek to cheek. You will then have a cast of my face, which you also create through... okay, that's a whole process that I also need to explain. But then you then mold using the clay on the face, mold it into whatever you want it. So if it's a butterfly wings, you mold those butterfly wings. And then now you cast it. So you make a cast of that through using either yellow stone or cement.
Like paper mache type of things.
So like cement.
Oh.
Like the one that you build with.
On the face?
Yeah, on this like fake
on
face.
The figure, okay,
yes,
okay.
On the figure. You put the cement on that, put it on that, and then you let it dry. After that, you need to take that cement cast out. Where the clay will now be an open space that will now have the imprint of everything that you have designed. Any textures and any shapes that you have designed will now be on there. And then it's now another process where you need to now fill in those gaps now within the cement with there are different things that you can use, but let's go for latex, for example. It's pretty much like a liquid glue.
Oh, yeah?
It's like a liquid, and then when it gets hard, it becomes like a solid piece that you can now use. Once it's dry, you peel that off, and then only can you use it on someone to stick it on their face, and then now use makeup to create a character. It's a process.
It's a crazy process, and I'm actually thinking now about a conversation that I had with a friend of mine about makeup. You know, sometimes we walk in their shops and we see Keisha's and everyone, and not that I'm not trying to do, hear me out, South Africa.
Choose your words correctly, because they'll come for you. Hey.
I am trying to say, well, my question is, what then causes the cracks and like, is it over too much? Is it like, because I know some of these things, sometimes you see like, the photographer, videographer understands me.
Yeah, I'm sure. How
does it work?
There's so much that could affect that. But most of the time, it's how you prepare your skin for the makeup.
Before. So it's not the temperature at 45 degrees or at 35 in Bombay.
That can also play a part. So let me just name a couple of things that could be a problem. So for one, makeup is something that needs to sit on top of your skin, but you need to lay a good foundation for it.
So what is that good for you?
Moisturizing your face well. Whatever your
for that time
is.
Before fagale
makeup. Finally, fage like some sort of face lotion, and then put on a primer. That's also important. A primer is pretty much like something that you get within makeup stores. What it does is that it hydrates your skin, but it also then forms a protective barrier between your skin.
So that the makeup does not
damage, but also so that the makeup can grip onto something.
So the makeup is actually, so if I could do this to somebody who has makeup like that and then there's cracks, if I could literally peel it off there, can I?
I'll say no, because I don't want you to be tempted to do it.
Okay, I'm not going to do it. But what I'm trying to say is it possible? Does it even fall off if it doesn't?
It is possible if then what you use after you put on the makeup is not durable enough. So for example, you need to, after you've put on that foundation, you need to set it with powder. That's what locks it in place.
Okay.
And then on top of that, following off with a fixing spray. Which is something you spray on that pretty much locks it all in. So if you were to do that with my makeup, it wouldn't shift that much. Okay. But don't be tempted.
I won't do that. I won't do
Don't try it. But so things like fixing spray helps. How you set your makeup, which type of powders and what appliances you use, brushes you use, or beauty blender that you use to set it also comes into play, and how you prepare your skin for makeup before that. and the quality of the foundation that you use.
So it's just the foundation, like when you build anything, the foundation.
The foundation is extremely important, and then how you cover it up. And then when it comes to foundation, with other makeup steps, you can get away with getting something that's not as good quality, but with foundation, don't compromise.
The whole makeup thing, ne? I think I wanted to ask, so do you think it's...
Hello. Thank
you. This looks so nice.
Yeah, that looks good.
Thank
you.
Schnitzel with veggies. Thank you so much. Mushroom sauce. Sabonga cool put.
Please enjoy, ne?
This looks nice, eh?
Yeah.
Thank you. No,
I'm cool for now.
still
Thanks.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Puti.
Cheers.
Yeah, I know. You know, I love food.
Good. Same.
I really love food.
Same. Although it looks like it goes nowhere, but I eat quite a lot.
That's what they say about like skinny people, like me. Me, I eat a lot, and
But
never
it goes
does.
nowhere, no?
I don't know. Well, I know it goes somewhere because I get full, and then it means so it's
But like
related to.
physically, it doesn't show that you eat.
I also have a very high metabolism, so.
Same.
I'm full-
It saves us. It saves us.
What were we saying about the makeup? I'm interested in knowing when Londekile about this makeup thing, ne?
Yeah.
So the foundation is important. That's what we say.
Yeah, the foundation can make or break the makeup for sure.
And also now think about it this way, ne? Well, I want to think about it this way, and I'm hoping I'm also changing a perspective. Yomunye Muntu is also thinking about it.
Yeah.
With makeup, like, do you think it somehow raises beauty standards and creates expectations? Like, do you think it takes... I had a very thought-provoking conversation with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
His wife doesn't put makeup on at all.
Okay.
And he's happy about that, and the wife is also happy about that.
Yeah.
And her reasoning comes to say it changes, like, it like raises beauty standards to people that they really are not,
Yeah.
right? You're a practitioner in the makeup and
Yes.
aesthetics field, and what's the other one? It's makeup and
Prosthetics.
prosthetics. I know it probably is a good thing for the event that you're going through, but does it do anything to your skin? Like, what are the long-term effects of makeup? Like, is it detriment or is it just...
So if you take great care of your skin, the effects won't be as bad. But we can't shy away from the fact that it will affect your skin one way or another. Because it is essentially something not natural that should be on your skin. Because essentially we're created to just be bare. Makeup, although it was there from a long time ago, from already Egyptian era, there already was makeup there.
And for guys as well, also. I know that's
Yes.
what men in the past, and some countries they still do that.
Yeah, so it has been a thing, but I think reason why now it's more effective to our skin is that back then they used natural resources to create makeup, literally using cranberries to get colorful blush. But now it's very chemical heavy, and those chemicals, whether we like it or not, will affect our skin. But how we can now so sort of combat that is making sure that we remove our makeup well. So make sure that you wash your face thoroughly after wearing makeup and taking care of it. But it definitely does raise beauty standards. And that's why for me personally, if I'm not working, I don't wear makeup. And I make it a conscious decision not to, because I know that it will cloud my own perception of how I look.
Yeah. I'm happy you touched on perception. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking now also about how like people have so much expectations. Like, makeup is just a thing. We actually makeup, then it means you're slay queen. Or it means animal. Or it means, you are that gang that really, But if you're also not having makeup, anything whatsoever, then it means you're natural.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So do you think it like it's a measure to anything? Perhaps wealth, perhaps your perspective, your personality. Do you think makeup is somewhat playing anything in that role?
I would say makeup, we can think of it as an accessory. Some people like accessories.
Like a handbag.
Like a handbag. Some people like accessories, some people don't. And there are some things that people do associate with makeup, but essentially, for example, when you're now working within the media space and you're in front of cameras and lights, it is quite important to have makeup on. all the presenters we see, whether male or female, have makeup on, because it just makes sure that there's not too much shine on your
and the camera
face,
and what.
that your skin is looking nice and even. You know, it's well balanced. You can, help you look refreshed if you're feeling a bit tired. So within a lot of industries, it is the uniform per se.
And that's where your money is as a business.
Exactly.
So you vouch on that.
For sure.
And then, is it a lucrative business though?
It definitely is. It definitely is, mainly because events will always be there. Photographers will always be there wanting to take pictures of clients, and clients, it's quite important for you to have makeup on just for the quality of the images because of the lights and a whole lot of that. And as well, especially in terms of teaching makeup, I think that's also where it's very important, because a lot of corporate women love to wear makeup because it really helps to make you look awake for the most part. It genuinely is a lucrative business, highly competitive, so you need to know your stuff for sure.
So the amount that, I know I've seen a lot of posters and pictures, would say, I do face, beats face, what, for 250, 350, what. Is that, so can you just please do a little cost breakdown of the makeup business? You can bracket it out as soon as income yako really, but if you're happy to share it with us, then just please do. Is it 250 per face, and then it's chai? Or is it 250, two rounds or 2 sessions? I know it's a lot of expensive, especially if you're going to be going to an event and then you put all of those things in.
Yeah.
But as somebody who practices this, you buy these things, you keep these products, so you have all of these things for all of these different skin tones. I won't about the whole business.
I would say for one, charging 250 is sure. I always have a fight with that because makeup is expensive, especially quality makeup.
Quality makeup. So that people abuso bunga khathali as well.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, you need to consider the person's skin underneath. You shouldn't just be thinking of your pocket and buying something cheap. So makeup itself, in terms of having the equipment that you need to work, is quite expensive. A good quality foundation would go from like a 250, a 200, and it can range all the way to 1.2 or like 1.5 and that's per bottle. And as a makeup artist, you need to have as many shades as possible. And that's just foundation. We have concealer. That's also its own cost. We have eyeshadow. We have false eyelashes. We have lipstick. There's so much to it. And because of how expensive the material is to work, but also the skill, it is expensive to get makeup done. If you're using good quality material, from $650 a face going above. Some charge 1.2, 1.3. And as much as when you're looking at it from the outside, it does feel a bit crazy to pay 1.2 for a face that you're going to wash off.
To a wedding, which
I understand. But it now depends on, do you care enough for your skin to get quality? So that once that is off, your skin is still looking as radiant as possible. Yeah. So it's a quality choice, really.
And then manje mabayenza leyo nto leyo ne, and then they don't really pay leyo, like, so vele, is that how it works? So vele charge 250 per face, per one, 650 in this case, for good quality stuff.
At least, yeah.
Is that like that's the
unfortunate reality is that you will wash it off and it's done.
But
it costs a lot to be a woman.
And then mind, okay, because you have all of these experiences and you also do like these ones as a TV, not tomato sauce.
Not tomato sauce. Yes.
That food coloring and that thing that you're going to remember.
Yeah, I'm still wanting to remember.
So is that the part that is lucrative? Like that, is that where the money is in comparison to these face things that everyone just wants?
I'd say where the money is at is 2 things. Either masterclasses, teaching how to do makeup, because makeup, it's a seasonal thing. It's when people have events, people have somewhere to go to, and that's not every day. So the money is at the classes and it's at the special effects and production. because especially if it's makeup, the material is quite expensive and the skill is quite a scarce skill. So they pay the SFX makeup artists pretty well, especially if it's a international production with bigger budgets. Then you're most likely to make quite a good buck.
Have you made that money?
It's in the process.
It's in the process, no?
Yeah.
And I think engicabanga yona manje is ngangishaye ne? Ngangishaye mara.
That's a small thing English, but luckily I'm violent. I think.
So if somebody now comes and says, "Mina Londekile, mina mali so, cela ungenze so."
Get somebody else to do it.
Is that your stance?
Get somebody else to do it.
I mean, it's fair. It shows you respect your craft as well.
Yeah. Honestly, you need to respect yourself enough. Respect the time that you've put to master the skill and the time that you'll be spending doing that as well. And the fact that you care enough for that person's their skin's well-being, that you're investing quality in your product. If I am to compromise the price in which you're going to pay, I need to compromise my quality of my service, and that's something I'm not willing to do.
So imali oyibhadalayo for the fees to go and study makeup, is that also a lot?
Yeah, quite much.
How much do you pay?
For it, including the prosthetics makeup artistry, it's about 50,000, but this is including the kit. So for this school, it's actually not bad because makeup is quite pricey. Face-to-face makeup.
That's the one in Joburg?
Yes, in Joburg. So it's not too bad because it's 50 including the makeup, but I'm sure now it's gone up because it was a few years ago. Yeah, so all of that counts, and now with an international qualification, that's also its own round of fees, own round of exams that are not easy to pass. So because of having been through all of that, I can't now compromise.
That makes sense, because you just find people who are going to say, I'm self-taught, YouTube taught me, and what. And then you find people who actually go to school and learn all of this, like you. So it makes sense to do that. So if you're going to be... Yeah?
I do think an important point to raise is that self-taught makeup artists, in most cases, are actually even better at their craft than educated.
Don't you go to exams and like...
This thing is all about talent.
Talent.
What school will do is to give you the theory behind it.
Okay.
It'll teach you about the muscles, face shapes, product theory, knowing what chemicals are in here, how they affect the skin. You know, it's more the theory behind the artistry. But it's art at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Anyone can be an artist. So school shouldn't be the limit, but it is great to have, especially now when you want to go internationally for that work. It is important to now have that international qualification for sure. Yeah.
Which makes sense. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. I mean, to me, it's like, makeup. And it looks like a very busy space.
It is.
And I get to know makeup.
Well, for me personally, if I'm not working, I don't wear it at all.
Would you say there is business though in Bombela in contrast to?
There is. They actually is. At first, when I came back, I thought, oh, maybe not. It's quite a small town, maybe. No, people here love looking good. They love going out. I mean, there'll always be a market for matric dancers, graduations that are happening. Now we have UMP that is here. That's also bringing in business. But there'll always be events. And Nelspruit is picking up, really, in terms of the social scene. It's really doing the most. So as long as you can just tap into your market well, you're good.
So you've tapped into that market. Would you say you've established that what you want, like the vision that you had for your own makeup business? Is it materializing? Like, what do you think it still needs if it hasn't yet?
I do think I've tapped into the correct market because I'm tapping into mainly women from like in their middle or like late 20s and above, mainly because my makeup style is a lot more on the natural side and that resonates well with a lot of women in corporate, a lot of elderly women as well, which I love that. And I also enjoy pregnancy shoots as well, because I just have a soft spot for that, because it requires a lot of patience, and it's challenging sometimes because they need to have a quick bathroom break quite a lot of times. They can't sit for a long time, but I enjoy a challenge. So I think that's why I love it so much. So I think because of the type of work I post, it attracts my ideal clients. And that way I'm happy.
So you probably do a lot of these in the pageant space, pageants and what as well, because that's your niche as well.
Not necessarily too much of pageants, actually. More like corporate shoots, individuals who just like a minimal type of makeup look, who are not trying to do too much. Those are usually my clientele. I don't really get requests for very over-the-top makeup. Yeah.
Now you've done this training program, skills, because that's one of the things you advocate for, like transferring skills and sharing, like empowerment. Hey, empowering.
Hey, it sounds like not empower.
Exactly, and you get the gist, right?
Exactly.
So you do quite a lot of these empowerment things, training capacity and building of other young people amongst that. Why do you think it's such a natural thing for you to do? And also, why do you think there's a need for it in the community? Looking at how growing up in Bombela is, and you probably understand the challenges that a young person in Bombela faces. Unemployment is sitting on what? 30 point something? It's safe to say 34, 35%, right?
Yeah. And 46.1 for the youth.
For the youth, which is crazy.
Extremely.
You bridging that gap.
Yeah.
Talk me through it.
Why it's so natural to me is because it's something that I wish I had. So if we can backtrack to now grade 11, where I was this full-on academic. All I knew was academics. Even with all the career fairs that we'd have in high school, it was mainly all about academics. And when now I wasn't able to be this academic through being sick, I felt very lost and I didn't know what else to do. And because of not being exposed enough to what else the world has to offer, I found myself very afraid to tap into makeup artistry as a career because it was unfamiliar. I've never seen anyone do it. Be this academic and now switch up and be a creative. Because
it's either you're doing that and you're venturing into academics and you become a lecturer in academics.
Or like a doctor. Or that. And that's why I essentially applied for electrical engineering, because I thought, okay, I'm smart, I can do it. And I really and because of that, it really also contributed to my mental health being in such a state. And it really stems from the fact that I want people, learners in high school, to know that there is way more to offer. And my encouragement is really the fact that we need to look beyond high school, open up ourselves, job shadow at different type of places so that you can see what the world truly has to offer and that you don't box yourself in. Because for academics like me who are these crazy top achievers, we crumble when now we're faced with the real world because we don't have that structure that we're used to. So that's really where it all stems from, that the younger me really wished that she was exposed to a lot more things and started developing herself early. Because, like you said, unemployment is a big thing.
It's skyrocketing,
And it needs us to literally start developing some sort of skill from high school already to give ourselves that fighting chance.
You keep on mentioning academics. Kandi, what's your average in matric and now?
Hey, okay, I can't say matric because I wrote that I wasn't well.
I think everyone has a story about that. That sounds like an excuse though. I'm telling you because I have a story about that too. But what's your where are you?
It would be like your good 80s.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was decent.
From grade grade 1.
Yeah, throughout. I was always top 10 in primary.
That's why I'm going to head girl.
Makes sense. So that's why I was just so focused on that I didn't open up myself to the world of possibilities that are available.
This food is so good, and that's how
I literally wanted to say that right now, that it actually is so good. Like this is like quite tender and soft.
Yeah, you must come here often, eh?
Yes. Really.
So you do these training things to empower more people. What questions did they ask you there, Miss Chum?
What questions did they ask me in the interview?
Like in the interview, pre, post, and actually on the day of the crowning on the stage.
Sure.
That journey was probably crazy for you, eh? Tell me about it. In fact, before we have my question on stage, I think tell me about the whole.
That was a moment of crazy faith, because this was basically my first national pageant that I've ever entered, and I was so scared. I remember before I sent through that application form, I kept running around, not wanting to send it because I was scared. And it's just like what they say, if the dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Yeah.
And clearly, because now we entered, and the journey was a good one because it forced me to level up. It really forced me to become the influential woman that I knew I was destined to be, and helped me bump up my social media, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very social media heavy, because it's essentially an international platform. And that's the one place where we can all connect wherever you are in the world. So that was such a beautiful opportunity. And it also challenged me to learn a lot about culture and tourism, because that's something that they stand for a lot, because they stand for beauty, intelligence, and culture. And I got into it because I wanted to learn more about what is culture actually. What does it mean to be a culturally inclined person? What does tourism mean, and how does that actually impact our lives? Yeah, so it was really curiosity and just knowing that there's a greater purpose that I need to fulfill through it.
Would you say there was a void that you wanted to fill after what happened with Miss Mpumalanga?
Funny enough, with the outcome of Miss Mpumalanga ending at top 10, I was at peace, because what I went there for, I have accomplished. I went there to strengthen my advocacy. I went there to prove to myself that I can rise up from any challenge. The life journey hasn't been easy. Even before Miss Mpumalanga, there were a lot of challenges I faced. And it was really a moment for me to prove to myself that you truly can do this. So what I went there for was fulfilled. And I always say this, that a crown is the cherry on top. There has to be a purpose way greater than that before you enter a pageant. Because if not, you will crumble.
So you entered for it, and you got there on stage. You met probably a lot of phenomenal people with different advocacies.
Yeah.
You stood on stage and they said top 5.
Yeah, that's top 8.
Top 8?
Yeah, that's top 8.
So 8 people got to answer the question.
So with top 8, we were given the opportunity to say our mission statement. And then it was only at top 3 where we were asked the question.
Okay.
Yeah, so part of my mission statement was now stating my advocacy of skills development and career guidance.
Hence now, I didn't follow up through nicely.
Yeah.
What question did they ask you then? On the top 3?
So they asked what personal quality that I have that would be important for Miss Charm to have. And I say to collaboration, because that's been a big part of where I am right now.
Yeah.
Because everything on my social media is a product of fruitful collaborations. It's working with the most amazing photographers, the most amazing designers, the most amazing community of people. And essentially me being there was as a result of collaboration. And I knew that that's an important trait to have, because Miss Charm is someone who needs to travel the entire world. And you need to be able to work with different types of people from different backgrounds.
So there's Miss Charms, there's national Miss Charms. How many of them are there?
For this year, we're 40.
40?
Yeah, so
40 countries.
different countries competing for Miss Charm International.
And this was the first Miss Charm in South Africa?
It was the first Miss Charm where there's an actual competition. There's been 2 other Miss Charms before.
That were just selected.
But it was a selection process, yes.
So they went to represent South Africa.
Yes, they did.
Any international winnings from there?
Yeah, so the first representation was by Leanda Zuma. She ended up at top 6, which is
the out of 40
amazing.
as well.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely amazing.
It's
and last year was Mbali, and she ended up at top 20, which is also fantastic.
Like it's a big bar.
Yeah, and now I'm set to continue on that standard of making sure that we place.
And where Vietnam?
Yes, it is in Vietnam.
2 weeks, 3 weeks?
So I'm leaving on the 25th of November. The competition officially starts on the 27th. So leaving probably 25th, 26th of November 2025. So in a month, in about a month. Yes.
That's crazy. And you're going there and you're going to represent and it's going to be nice.
Yeah, carrying South Africa high and proud.
How do you feel, bruh? Like that's probably pressure. A big thing. Yeah.
Pressure for sure, because how do you possibly just accurately display such a beautiful nation? Such a talented nation.
Culturally.
Exactly. Such
beauty,
a culturally
intelligence.
Diverse nation.
Yeah.
How do you put that in one message? But I feel privileged and really honored. The fact that I was chosen was such a big task, and knowing that Miss Charm International, the current Miss Charm Rashmita from Malaysia, was the one who actually crowned me.
So she came from Malaysia to crown.
She came from Malaysia
That's
to crown.
amazing.
Yeah, and knowing that I have her stamp of approval because she was in the judging panel from the interview, that really shows that clearly there's something within me that is good enough to represent the entire South Africa.
What do you think is in you?
Sure, there's a big fire of ambition, knowing that I'm destined for something greater, and something that what's different about it is that it's something that will fall onto the people around me.
Yeah.
Because I'm big advocate for collaboration, big advocate for making people rise with me and giving information that's tangible and that they can use. Till today, I still try my best to answer all messages that where people are asking for advice of how do I get into this field, So for me, it's like I know that a lot of people will benefit from me winning, and I just know that it is simply just a calling for me.
So you think it's greater than that, and now
it is.
Mazobo Miss Charm International, is that the title? Miss Charm International.
Miss Charm International, yes.
So now it means you're going to be getting more people reach out to you and more people asking questions and what.
Yeah, but that's why then we'll need to venture into something a lot bigger. A lot bigger, so that we are able to address as much as possible.
How do people support you on your journey to Miss Charm?
So, journey to Miss Charm International is, for one,
money. Pageantry is expensive. Ask me, I know. Now, I'm imagining...
I wanted to say support first. Send me nice messages. I will need that.
Oh, okay, so please send her messages, guys. She's asking for messages. Don't send her money.
No.
I'm kidding.
Please send
money. Yes, money. Money makes the world go round.
Yeah, so I am responsible for putting together the national costume. The national costume is usually super...
We're still nice, my brother. Thank you so much.
And I'm busy talking. I'm not even... but it's so good. Okay, I'll have a move on. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so I am responsible for putting together the national costume. So this is a costume that will probably signify what South Africa is, but in a very extravagant way. So a lot of finances are needed towards that, as well as now any other accessories and outfits that go towards this journey. So a lot of sponsorship financially is needed, and also just that support, rallying up the support on social media, especially because Miss Charm International is extremely heavy on social media, and we definitely need that, as well as when I'm there will be a voting round. But great enough for this one, it's free, but we'll need us to be on social media and be active on that keyboard, pressing that pressing that vote button.
So you need a team of soldiers on the ground.
A whole team of soldiers, and also just any meaningful collaborations and partnerships, really. Because essentially I want to shine light on as many people as possible as I am throughout this journey. And also especially collaborations in terms of the skills development sector.
Yeah.
So any skills development colleges or anything in that line that would love to collaborate, that would be amazing to just increase the amount of impacts that we can make.
Yeah. I know, well, my trick with pageantry has always just been philanthropy. Like the more you do, the more collaboration you get to build. So the more plans you have to work on and all of that, right?
Yes.
And I'm just imagining you probably also have that plan and that itinerary. I know philanthropy it goes a long way, especially if it comes from the depth of your heart. You're not doing it because it's part of the tasks and whatnot. Where would you say you are, like, where are you in terms of philanthropy? I mean, the reason why we're having lunch here is because we're discussing also some pathways for philanthropy. The luncheon is supposed to be an idea for philanthropy. Really.
Yes.
What's that looking like for you?
So with philanthropy, what I have started is an initiative titled Transforming Skills into Income, which is essentially a school tour that I do so that I'm able to give career guidance to the learners. I started with a grade 11 and grade 12 group, but ideally going forward, I want to start it as early as grade 8. So that from the get-go, they know what are the options. It's not just university. There's a whole lot more to offer than just university.
Yeah.
So I want to introduce that to them already, but additionally to that, introduce them to online platforms where they can already develop skills, basic skills such as Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. We take this for granted, but when you now actually...
It goes a long way.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
It really does go a long way. And from that, you can now develop it into learning how to code, how to program.
True.
There's so much more that you can do.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Oh, that smells good. And there's so much more that you can do online, and you can already get started with becoming an entrepreneur already while you're still in school. So that, yes, you're still within school, getting that matric certificate is very important, but making sure that you're still chasing the bag while you're there.
I mean, oftentimes, Bastille would school. I mean, I'm one of the victims for that. In my life, I mean, I went to high school. I was told that, my parents actually enforced this on me. Like, they embedded it under my skin. It still lives in, but I'm just trying to shower it off.
Ish.
The whole maths and science thing.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
It's not.
Aside from it not being for everyone, there's just so much outside of science.
Exactly.
So I really feel, as a part of that, your outreaches and stuff, the big other message that we're supposed to be echoing is that not everyone is going to go and be an engineer, but there's digital skills that you can learn as well. The culinary sector is taking everything.
Yes.
Everyone is now being into the software engineering parts, like cloud stuff, which is what I'm also doing in my other life.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So it just goes a long way than just the maths and science, because I'm not even using anything as far as maths and science in my life today.
We don't use Pythagoras on a daily basis.
What's that trigonometry?
We don't use that on a daily basis. We don't. But we need entrepreneurial skills on a daily basis because we need to get money at the end of the day.
Communication skills as well.
Communication skills, a whole lot.
Yeah. So your pathway to building that before you go to Vietnam, we're going to be looking at you going to do a lot of that.
Yeah. So now it's just a little tricky because it is exam season. But now this is where now I'm launching into a different platform. Where now I'll also be able to reach parents. Because they also now need to get transformed in their thinking, knowing that there's much more. You can't force your child to do maths and science when they can't. You know? And I'll be inviting you as a guest, so don't be afraid.
Oh, the podcast.
A podcast. Yes, looking into launching a podcast very soon. It's going to be titled Passion Meets Ambition.
Ambition and passion.
Yeah, Passion Meets Ambition.
That's a strong title.
Yes.
Why that title even?
So, because at the end of the day, whatever you are ambitious about, it needs to be fueled by your passion for what you truly, truly love, because that's what will keep you going. And essentially on this podcast, we're going to be speaking about all things about skills development, career guidance, and also just personal development as well. So that's now another avenue which can reach a whole lot more people at any time and any place.
That's amazing. Also because the digital space has allowed podcasts to live anywhere, which is YouTube predominantly. So if it's going to be there on YouTube, people must start to subscribe, people must start coming on board. And I know this is probably going to be very vital to your journey towards becoming I almost said Miss Chum Vietnam, but Miss Chum International.
There is a Miss Chum Vietnam, so hey.
Siyabuliza la khona. Sikhuluma ngesiZulu thina kodwa. Siyabuliza sisi la khona.
Sian Chow. That's why I say hi.
Really?
Vietnamese, yeah.
Wait, so you already starting to...
I'm already starting to learn. That's part of the preps.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Londi, you're just phenomenal, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming through to have lunch on the luncheon. Okay, I'm not done, but
hey, easy does it.
Easy does it. Thank you so much for sharing those insights. All the best with your Miss Charm. I know for sure that you are definitely going to go there and represent South Africa well, but also yourself, man. I think that's what we like. We often just do so much, but we forget to credit ourselves all the time.
Sure.
So kudos to you for starting that. Kudos to you for like being as selfless as you are and as relentless as you are. I know majority of the time we do this thing and we're like, yeah. As somebody who's done pageantry, trust me, I really feel it's just a very heavy thing. You're never going to see me on the pageant stage ever again unless I'm directing the pageant.
Why not?
No. Now it's time for the Mr. Teens to shine, eh? Now we direct stuff and we empower
but you're doing other
people.
great things.
Right? So there's no time for pageant.
Well, you could still make time for it if you want to, but I mean, you are still shining within the radio space.
Well,
and you've been doing that since I was in high school. I remember hearing about you doing
I've been doing so much
somewhere.
Radio is my life, right? And I'm happy that podcasting is now like the extended versions of conversations that happen on radio. Because radio is like time constraining.
And here you can really personalize it.
But we're probably on an hour now. Also, photographer, videographer. But now I want you to please reflect. Talk to, you remember that 3-year-old Londi that we spoke about? That one who had challenges mentally. Well, that wasn't the 3-year-old one. It was the one who was the teenage one, right? Who was in high school, grade 11 and all of that. I want you now to talk to that girl. Reflect to that girl. Tell that girl whatever you want to say to her, man. Because chances are there is another person who's probably in that state of their life right now. And they need to hear what you probably have to say. Looking at, you know, in Zulu city, in Jela, Ibuzwa,
Hey, don't diss my language, please. Let's not fight.
Let's talk to that girl.
Let's not fight.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's such an emotional question. I don't want to lie. Sure, I would say just you are worth living in this world.
Yeah,
really, and that your place is actually there. You haven't been put here for a mistake, and all we need to do is just fight to find why it is that we're here, what will make us spark, what will make us come alive, and after that, really, you'll really enjoy it. You'll really enjoy life because you'll be living within your greatest purpose, and it's just a matter of actually believing in yourself, even when it doesn't work out, because eventually it does. And I mean, a closed door doesn't mean it's not supposed to happen. It's just not the right time. And maybe not the right space as well. My journey is testament to that. Miss Mpumalanga was top 10. But here, it's a title. Only because God knew where He wanted to place me. And we just need to trust in that. And we'll all work out. But actually it does.
Right? And look at where we are now. Vietnam.
And I'm sitting with Sia Mukona. On the Luncheon.
Come on.
I wouldn't have been here if I didn't make myself or somebody.
I mean, I wouldn't even call you. I've been for a long time. Oh man.
Exactly.
But now I want us to also, like, you've worn so many hats. Like, you've been the fighter, you've been a queen, you've been, like, you are still a business person.
I was a hockey
You're a hockey, right?
At one point,
now,
gym bunny.
Looking at all of these versions that you've like been in your life and the trajectory of your life, which one would you say you're most proud of?
Sure, the girl I am now.
This version now. Why not?
I am a lot more confident in myself. I'm a lot more self-aware. I'm a lot more comfortable in my own skin. I can take whatever punches that life throws my way. I'm not as fragile as I was back then.
Yeah.
And I haven't given up on myself. And that for me is the version I'll take any day. It's not really about the accomplishments, but mostly about who I truly am on the inside. And there's resilience has really given birth to beautiful things.
Yeah. Proud of you, man. Like you're doing so much and you inspiring so many people.
Yeah.
And let's just wait and see the version that you're going to be 3-4 years from now. Perhaps you're going to be proud of her.
Excited for that.
You think you're going to be proud of that
I'm actually
one?
excited to see what more can happen from here.
Yeah.
Super excited for that.
All right, let's put my emotions and these emotional stuff.
Yeah, please. Whew.
I want us to play a nice thing. I'm happy your drink is still there. So I call it sip and tell.
Hey.
It's not going to be explicit. We PG-10. 10-year-olds can listen to.
Yeah, we kids, shame. I'm like 12, shame.
Londi, you never said anything like so long was I don't know about your partner, about anything.
What does a partner mean?
Like a boyfriend,
What does
something.
that mean?
Londi,
Like dictionary meaning, what's that?
okay, a boyfriend dictionary
What's
meaning. The
that?
dictionary is probably going to say umngani womfana, but like
you need to give me that
I
advice
Londekile, it's not like you don't
are
understand.
a whole Babulkaya.
I'm
You are a whole Ngotuso.
I'm a go-to-so. I am a father.
You need to tell me. You need to educate me.
Should I articulate it that way?
Okay.
Don't you-
maybe educate.
How's what are we looking at? Like, well, we're probably not looking at anything. I'm just trying to say, like, talk to us about that part that nobody knows about.
Let's keep it that way.
Umfowethu now uyavuma now ukuthi bakufihle. So
Who knows? Maybe ukhona maybe akekasazi. But either way, there's no time. We're in Vietnam. I need to be practicing every single day. I'm here. There's no time.
There's no time for.
There's no time. There's no time. Don't worry. You'll know once I'm married. You'll know when I'm posting a picture, and you'll know when you see something on my hand. Other than that,
How Zozibini gonna give us a surprise?
Exactly. That's the only way to do it. It's Zozibini style. Like you'll know when I'm married.
All right, I can give that to you, but not when we start this game because now we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
It's
Let's go.
sip and tell, right? It's a sip test.
Okay.
I'm gonna mention one word, and like sipping is just 2 seconds, really, like,
Okay.
and then you speak. So you have like 5 seconds max to think about it and then just tell.
So I need
probably
to sip and then tell.
Yes, it's the sip is for you to like take it in
To digest.
To digest.
All right.
I'm just gonna say one word. Well, it's probably not gonna be one word because mine is 2, 3, but
Okay.
like I'm gonna say like practically like a title to something, and then you come and just elaborate.
Hectic. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm gonna start it nicely.
Okay.
Purpose.
Okay. Why you're living.
Why are you living?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not looking for definitions, ne? We're looking for your POV on that.
My POV of
Yeah.
what purpose is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And perhaps something that you would like to share, like
Yeah.
to open-endedly say to anybody about that
Okay.
specific
Okay.
part. Ne? We done with purpose.
Okay. Cool. I think I got
You get it now. Yeah. So home.
Home.
Yeah.
That's where the Wi-Fi is.
Home is Wi-Fi.
That's
Crazy.
where the Wi-Fi is.
All right. Let's look at success.
Yeah. Success is just when you're at a point of life where you're truly happy, truly at peace, and you can properly make ends meet. That's how I would maybe define success.
All right. That's fair. That's nice. And fear.
Sheesh. I like to say fear is only a state of mind. It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real. Just go forth. Ignore it.
That's nice. Money. Don't say the trip to Vietnam, please.
Money, we essentially need it to live, but we just need to be careful of it not to control us.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Romantic relationships. Your romantic relationship.
No one knows.
Hey, yeah, Layo.
No one knows what's happening there.
Hey, yeah,
Even I'm
Layo.
clueless. Even I don't know.
Oh, man.
Even
I think I have an idea, and perhaps somebody else who's listening to this is probably going to have an idea. Okay.
Okay.
We done purpose, we done fear. Failure.
Failure is going to happen a lot of times.
Yeah.
Probably many times, many to even count. But you just have to keep going until you win.
Until you win.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's just do win again. Like win. What does that look like?
Miss Chong, South Africa.
Twas. Did they say twas, right? Twas. Thank you so much for joining us, man. For joining me on the luncheon. All the best once more. But Miss Chom,
Thank you.
I look forward to coming to your platform, and
Yes.
I'm not as if it's gonna be post or prior your Miss Chom, but whenever it is,
We'll see. We'll keep you posted.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm proud of you.
Ooh,
Actually.
here goes.
But ooh, here goes. Don't get emotional. Don't cry, ne? Don't cry.
I don't cry. Actually, I don't remember the last time I cried. Eh? I don't really. Well, I do. Probably in
Okay.
my heart, in my
As
shower.
long as you let the emotions out somehow.
Well, yeah,
You should.
yeah. Everybody should actually. Yeah,
Yes, you should.
yeah.
No, I'm proud of you.
Oh, man,
Because you've
thanks.
been pushing since, I think the first time I've ever heard of you was probably in high school, back in
Really?
grade 8.
You were in grade 8.
Aren't we the same age?
No.
We're the same age.
I don't
Sia.
think so.
We're the same age.
I saw your profile. You 02. I'm not 02.
You're probably like 03. I'm
No,
01.
no,
00 at most.
no.
You're not that old, Sia.
I'm 99.
Oh,
Oh,
you're old.
sorry. I was just not good in academics.
Okay.
Yeah, Lala, I'm 01.
Exactly. I know you're not that much older than
Yeah,
me.
I'm
Come
01.
on.
Yeah,
so
well.
you have you then through the mutual friends that you mentioned, and then also with the radio that you were doing, and
Oh,
now
man.
you're doing radio full time. Like, look at you.
Crazy
And a
biz.
whole bunch of other things on top of that.
Yeah.
Also with the pageants, I definitely enjoyed being there as well.
Thank you for coming to judge. You know, when I called you, I was like, hey, Londekile was chatting with Tanya because she's busy, and her crowning is in the next few days. But when
It
you
was
agreed,
tight, but
Yeah.
it really, for me, what stood out is the fact that it's very purposeful.
yeah,
Like, you can see that there's substance to it. It's not just for vibes.
yeah.
You know, like you're actually pouring your heart into it, and you can see that.
Oh man,
You can see that. So it was really such a pleasure to be a part of that. I made him cry.
not yet. Sorry, thanks, man.
Close enough.
That was very nice. Thank you so much, Londi. Until on your platform.
Of course.
There we go.
Bye.
And it's a wrap.